Good morning, good morning, good morning, Facebook. It is Wednesday, the middle of the week. It's Billy Rowe coming to you with the word for the week. The word for the week, as I said in last week's comments, if you caught it while you were in the comments, was I would be talking to you today about resentment. And the title of today's live video is Resentment is a Choice That You Make. Last week's video was about love and like, love versus like, and how we sometimes think we love somebody or we say we love somebody and it really turns out that we like them and we're willing to abandon them when times get hard or when we don't agree or when we don't see eye to eye, whatever it may be. But the reason I reference that is because love and like, sometimes when you fall in love, there's moments while you're in love and you're going through the working portion of love that you may feel resentment. And I'm going to share something personal about myself. I love my wife 100%. I see she's watching now. I love her 100%, but there have been times in our relationship that I have resented her. And this past week, I actually just kind of sat down and was reflecting on some things that we've experienced and, you know, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And I had to really stop to think about what is it that you have resented in the past and why did you resent it? And so I was in a situation where I found that I was angry about a lot of things that I felt I shouldn't have been angry about. And I'm not crying, my eyes are just watering. And so that resentment, when I started thinking about, oh, well, I'm angry about this, or I'm frustrated about this, or this gets on my nerves, and I've started playing this blame game, I felt like, well, wow, I must really resent some of the choices that I've made. And I said, well, you know, if I can make these choices that I quote unquote allegedly resent, how come I can't just choose to not resent them? And it sounds really, really simple, like almost too simple to be true. But I really had to come to the realization that resentment is a choice, that we choose to blame something for the outcomes that we have received, which are based on our own actions. So let's use the example of currently I'm in college. I'm 35 years old, currently in college, going back to school after obviously many years out of high school. And there's times where I don't want to do homework. It would be easy for me to say, you know what? I should have got this done when I got right out of high school. And if I would have done that, then I would be experiencing X. But the reality is that whether I did it in high school or I do it now, who knows what I would have experienced after the fact. So the reason I say resentment is a choice, because you get to decide how you make that pairing. The whole quote unquote grass is greener on the other side. Well, typically if you move to the other side of the fence, the grass is greener on the other side, the side you just left. And then when you move back, the grass is greener on the other side. It's always this moving thing. I almost say, like, once you achieve happiness, the definition of happiness changes and it moves. So now happiness is higher. So you never get to achieve happiness and just stay at happiness. So going back to resentment, the reason why I say it's a choice is because I've done some things in myself this past week that have alleviated certain frustrations that have been playing in the background. And I'm a believer that dreams kind of tell you what's going on in the background. So what I've decided to do is, instead of focusing on things not being the way that I think that they should have been had I made different choices, and I know that's a mouthful, what I'm actually focusing on is the way that things are and combating resentment with appreciation. Appreciating the way that things are today and appreciating that I have a choice to choose what direction they go in tomorrow. I have a choice. So I can either choose to be resentful tomorrow about today, or I can choose to impact tomorrow with my actions today. That's why I say resentment is a choice. And it's crazy that a lot of us will fight to hold on to our resentment. And the reason I believe we fight to hold on to our resentment is because of the fact that it validates us. It takes the pressure and the blame from lack of achievement off of us and places it on some past event that can't be changed. So, when I say resentment is a choice, I want you to be able to today to start thinking about if there's areas in your life that you're holding resentment. Because one thing that I do know about resentment is like water to a house. Once water gets into the wood of the house and it doesn't get to dry, and then it does dry, and then it doesn't dry, and then it does dry, and then it doesn't dry, you get dry rot. And resentment will act as a dry rot in your life, not just in the sense of the of your own mental health, but in the sense of your interactions with other people that are looking to connect with you, or that are possibly in positions to support you and help you in your path, to help maybe clear some choices out of the way that would not lead to resentment. So today, I just want you to take time to reflect on that. Think about what it is in your life that you're possibly resenting, that you're choosing to resent, that you're choosing to allow to create this level of dry rot in your life. It's Wednesday. It's about to be 8 o'clock. I gotta get to work. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in on Wednesday work. Leave it. Do have to. I'm always willing to